Yeah, okay. Okay, I call you Mr. Snathal. Is that okay for you?
Senthil, JP Senthil Kumar. You can call
Senthil
me.
Kumar JP.
Yeah, yeah. In
Okay.
short, or JP. That is fine. Anything is comfortable for me.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And myself, Krishna Monka from Vizag. And
Krishnam.
you're from?
So I'm living in currently in Düsseldorf, Germany. So I'm been placed there.
Okay. And I'm currently residing in München,
Munchen.
not in
Okay.
India.
Yeah, that's okay. Good.
Okay, good. Everything is working out fine. I'll post reminders in group.
Mhm.
Maybe
Hopefully the sessions won't get dropped, right? So the session has been hosted for 1 hour. Hopefully there will be no interruptions in I'm getting an echo.
Yeah,
issue.
I can hear echo.
It's not from my side.
Okay, I'll post reminders. Then I will send a text message to Monica. Then you can start. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Okay, fine.
Ramakrishnan, hope this setup is fine, right? So hope the lighting and everything is. Man, fraction. I thought like it was at 8. Man, sorry. I was under assumption that it was 8. I didn't. I was joking in that time. That's fine. At least I ensured my friend ensured that gives a space under that.
one quick suggestion. Is it possible for you to have some light source in front of you?
In front of me, that's
No, no,
actually.
not for
I'll
you.
try.
I'm trying for JP. Senthil,
Okay.
You want me to bring light in front of me?
yeah, even if it's mobile touch or something, little.
Okay, let me give a try. Is it fine? That's the way I have it.
Okay, fine, good. I
Is it
think,
okay?
yeah, good. I think Krishna, we can start.
Start. Okay, that's.
Okay, 1 second. Before that, I just want to know that both know that the video is being recorded and also the Gemini notes will be taken. So whether the audience participate or not, we don't have to worry because anyway we use this. Krishna's prepared a lot of questions, so we can get
Yeah.
the best of both worlds from our preparation and as well as that. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ramakrishna. And firstly, thank you for all the participants for joining this meeting. So this uh, event actually works online. We will have an interview with Mr. Senthil Kumar JP. Sorry,
Senthil Kumar JP. Yeah, no worries. Go on.
Senthil. I'm so sorry. I'm very bad with names.
No, no, it's okay.
Senthil. Okay. So yeah, we have the guest, Mr. Senthil Kumar JP. We will have an interview with him. If you guys have any questions regarding when he's saying something, you can please raise your hands in the meeting. And next, after his answer, you can continue with your question and have it's just an interaction with him and grab as much information you want regarding regarding job market or anything. Hope it's clear for everyone. I think so. So let's start. I would like to start with your education and career. As you have completed your mechanical engineering from Annamalai University, but I'm from mechanical engineering to you change a complete different domain like a IT and or SAP domain. How is it? I mean, why the sudden change?
Okay. So first of all, I would thank Ramakrishnan and Monica, who is going to be the host for me. First of all, just to start with, let me give a short brief intro about myself, where I've been placed off and what's the company where I've been working upon. Okay.
Mm.
Myself, Senthil Kumar, currently working in Accenture as the associate director, particularly in the domain of the SAP in the IT landscape.
Mm.
Just to give my background, I completed my engineering way back in 2002 as a mechanical engineer in India, particularly in the southern part of India, Tamil Nadu, and I come from a place called Rasipur. Yeah, so currently, but I'm placed out of Germany, Düsseldorf. That's the city I'm been there. To answer the first question to you, what is the interesting thing which made me to transfer from an core manufacturing industry back into an IT industry, right? So I named this industry, which is I'm currently dealing with in an SAP, is a system application products, which we call it as SAP. You probably should know what is SAP means to. Yeah. So
Yes.
basically, it's a system application product is related to any industry only, not deviating first of all from the core engineering concept. So that's the basic thing you guys need to understand what SAP can support. So it supports length and width of all industries, starting from manufacturing, retail, life science, you name any industries. It you produce a material, right? So basically, it starts from a sales, it ends in a product receiving, and you make payment for the product what you procure. You take an example of Amazon, you buy a product, you get the invoices out
Mm.
of for that. There is a system required in any manufacturing industry, and that is supported by SAP. It's a ERP, Enterprise Resource Platform. It's an application built with from sales to, let's say, sales to invoicing of all those customers. So basically, I'm not leaving my core. That's what I can say always. So that's the basic understanding. People should understand what is meant by SAP. Just people coin the term as SAP, but it has its industrial background references as well. And what made me to interest move to To my SAP career, sorry, to my SAP career from my engineering, this is 4 years. I and when I did my engineering 2002, I started working in a core industry for 3.5 years. I never moved out directly into an IT. I started as a core manufacturing, in the core manufacturing processes, taking care of new product introduction into the market. So I learned the process in the ground. I started applying it in the industry, which SAP is supporting for that. That's the core reason. It made me an interest to move to from an core domain to an IT landscape.
Okay, thank you so much, and thank you for, firstly for differentiating the difference between what is SAP and what is actually core mechanical engineering.
Yeah.
So, after your experience, what are your suggestions for the current generation to choose mechanical engineering or IT? Current, according to the market, which will be the better for the current generation to choose?
See, it doesn't matter, right? So basically, the career what you are choosing, if it is a core industry, first of all, what I would recommend is the persons whoever is moving into core mechanical, first of all, at least they should learn the basic thing is industry best practices. So what industry is operating it about. So they should know about industry background. Even if you're directly studying IT, yeah. So but that IT also should have interlinking to the businesses. Because if I say name it in SAP, without industry background, people will never understand what is called production, what is called sales, right? So basically they should have a background of everything. Even if you're coming from an IT background, people has to learn about this industry, basically the core industry principles that has to be learned in both sectors. It doesn't differentiate between a mechanical or a guy who completes the engineering from an computer science. So for when you get into an IT, it requires both skill set. I would recommend to say like that. People has to learn industry skill set as well. It's called industry skill set. People has to start learning the industry skill sets as well. That's always I say it's a core principle people has to learn.
Okay, I mean, let's start with the college. What are the best habits you have adapted, and you would also recommend us to adopt those habits, so it will be useful for us to focus on our careers and build slowly in the career wise.
Yeah. So basically, the one thing what you need to learn from your basic right now during your engineering things is like you start your first principle. I would start always with communication skills. Start public speaking practices, improve your business writing skills, your ideas, how to simply build it across. And first foremost thing, I would always say that allow others to speak, listen, start listening actively, and this will enrich you to have negotiation skills, presentation skills, which will make you to come through for getting into the international market. Then second topic, which you get adapted to new digital technology skill sets, which is required into the market. According to your skill set, according to the market skill set requirement, start enabling your educations, get all the certifications basically. But first most basic principle is not only studying is enough, you need to be a master in that areas. And next thing is cultural intelligence, I call it as like that. First of all, how the global market requires, what sort of things you guys need to start interacting with the global people. Yeah, so start learning their cultures. If you wanted to move to a different country, first of all, learn about their cultures, what they are doing, what you need to get prepared before coming into the country, and start first of all doing a network. Now you have multiple sources like your LinkedIn, just in Facebook. Start approaching the people who are in the abroad, or it can be in multiple channels, I call them, right? It can be your friends of friends, or you can also integrate with your seniors, or you can just look for your similar professionals who is in working in the market. Start getting connected with them, get their mentorship. That's the first activity I need to do. Sorry, you guys need to do. I would say like that. Basically, alumni networks or some kind of start attending international conferences wherever it is happening during your college time itself. If you are foreseeing that there are some international conferences happening in your areas, go and start attending those things so that you know what market is expecting it from us. That it will make you to get your continuous learning mindset adopted. That's the key point I wanted to bring it to the new generation people who wants to start thinking about the career movement to abroad.
Okay. Can you also please share us any experience regarding the connection and how it actually helped you in your career growth?
That's what I said, right? The first word, what I said, it's called mentorship. First of all, you need to choose your career path, in which career set you wanted to build the career. Look for the corresponding expertise into that market, who are the leaders into that market. Start getting with them. Enrich your skill set according to that one. That's a primary key for you to select what is the skill set profile you need to enrich. First thing is choose your career path, in which area you want.
Okay. I mean, I'm asking about the any moment that like from these skills you are told us, is there any moment that actually helped you to the career growth also? Can you share us any moments with us?
The moments what I said, right? So
Yes.
this is one of the moment I said, like, so I started interacting with the senior folks when I started moving from an core manufacturing to an IT. I spoke to the required people who are already working in the SAP domain. I started connecting with them. Then I started moving my experiences, like whatever the processes I learned, I started comparing, because in SAP, if I say now the career IT move, SAP also has different areas. As I said, it starts from sales to it ends at the customer invoicing processes and after sales kind of processes. So I started adopting my skill set, and I said, like, which is the one of the area I will be choosing in SAP. So that's the way I started my procurement as my core subject, because I worked in manufacturing in that sector. So I started as a procurement. Right now, I keep on enhancing my skill set gradually when I started moving into different projects. So that's how I've been grown in my career path.
Okay. So before I ask my next question, I would like to also mention again to the participants that if you guys also want to ask anything to Mr. JP, please raise your hand. Then you can ask your question, or you can have a convo with him regarding your German life or any career questions. You can please feel free to ask him. So next, my question is regard as you have worked with the global consulting firms like Accenture and Capgemini, how did you how did your career progress from an engineer to a solution architect and technology leader?
Yeah, that's what I said, right? So first point, what I said is I started as a basic procurement consultant. My transition is not so simple as directly becoming a solution architect. Solution architect skill set requires not concentrating on one areas. You need to have your industry skill set, first of all, and the process skill set, and your business area skill set. You need to differentiate in multiple verticals. That gets adopted gradually when you start from your, let's say, I started as I mentioned, I started as a procurement consultant. Later, I extended my footprint in quality, lens, sales and distribution, production planning. Like that, I keep on enhancing my skill set in. And the other next adaptability is keep on changing the projects from one project to other, so that I gain parallelly my industry skill set as well, not focusing only primarily on the domain perspective, but the industry perspective as well. So I initially worked in a manufacturing domain kind of client basis. Then I shifted to consumer goods. Then I worked in life sciences. Then I worked in medical industry manufacturing companies, semiconductor industry manufacturing companies, like that. So here, what you will gain when you're working in these different kind of projects, you gain your business processes knowledge as well as your skill set or enhanced in implementing for those processes industries as well. So that's how gradually it has been enhanced. Now, where I stand by after 2 decades, I can say after 23 years of overall experience, now I've been coining myself as overall solution architect. I'm moving my career path into enterprise architecturing and business consulting, both parallelly up and running.
That's nice. Uh, as we're on the SAP, is it really mandatory to secure, I mean, have a certifications? I mean, the companies are currently are really recruiting with the only with certifications or with the knowledge, because most of the people are going through the consultancies for the certificates, so that they think that okay, certificates give the job. Is that really matter? Certification is
Certification is a value add aspect. It is, I would say, it provisions you to say that you are qualified for that area, what you learned, and it justifies that okay, you are fully functionally equipped. But in order to get into a core implementation phase, you should know the processes, and your experience also matters. By just having certification without an experience, there also you will get a disqualification. Yeah. So certification is not the only criteria. It's an entry criteria, or one of the selection criteria we can put it across, but it's not like the only criteria that you need to get adopted. Your, yeah, let's say certifications can be adopted during your job's responsibility, during the handling of the jobs as well. So right, experience speaks a lot always.
okay. Can you please give us some SAP products which are very like these are very important, and these are current German market demanding SAP products for us to learn?
Now, as I said, SAP products are vast. It consists of all the areas. Even if I say SAP is also introducing the AI technology, we call it as SAP Joule in that criteria. People who are getting adapted into the AI technologies, or whoever getting into Python coding, or other peoples, can think through how SAP Joule can support. So there is a use case, AI use cases. SAP is also developing on it heavily. So people should get, who are working on that one, has to get equipped in that area so that they get familiarized about the newest technology what is coming into the market. It's a cloud-based solution, which now we moved from a traditional GUI-based interface to a fairy applications and an AI-assisted activities in SAPs as well. So people has to get adapted into this new technologies as well. So that's a differentiation factor, right? So I started as a core guy. Now I'm been also seeing it for industry connected with the AI use cases, getting adopted into the corresponding industries when we are doing the implementation. So we also generate AI cases during our SAP implementation. I
Okay.
think I'm able to see some.
Yeah. Hi, Jayashree. Thank you for raising. Can you please start asking your question?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Monica. Hello, Senthil. So I'm basically a data engineer. Right now, I'm looking for a job here in Germany.
Mhm.
Sometimes I feel because of heavy competition in the data engineering market, I would like to switch to a different path. Since there are many technologies, tools, and domains, how to choose the right path? It's really confusing, and um, definitely it would be great if you could provide your suggestion and advice. Thank you.
Hi, Jayashree. So, but first of all, before getting into that one, when you say data engineer, is it purely into which domain of the data engineering? Is it in data lakes or the snowflakes or analytics? It has a lot of areas into that. When you say data, it's a holistic lake. It's called data lake, right? So it's a huge topic which you need to think through. So particularly if you can point out which domain of that data you are talking about, then I can really direct you in that directions actually.
Okay, so I have basically 10 years of experience building ETL pipelines, and I have strong SQL background. I also have hands-on experience in Power BI.
Yeah,
But then, if I have to apply for a job that is looking for AWS or GCP, I only have experience working in Azure. Sometimes they do not accept because I do not have experience in that particular cloud. Just even then, even though I have some hands-on building some projects on my own. So
yeah,
yeah, that is where the gap is.
that is what exactly I can point it out, right? So basically, Power Automate, Power BI is a topic. Even now, it is you can generate a use case for SAP as well. You know that, right? So using your Power BI, Power Automate, still you can prepare a Teams channel where you can prepare a use case out of that as well. So this is one other topic we have also seen in the past. But when you come for, let's say, SAP, yeah, so there you have SAP analytical tools, which is also embedded into SAP directly. We call it as ESC tool. So there you have your analytical tool coming up. Even you have Snowflakes, Kubernetes, which is newly coming up as a technology, which is also which you can try to think through in that area, in that space. What is your level which you can match it over there? Just enrich those skill sets and start adopting into that one. If you are already a data engineer, yeah, and because you cannot entirely change your career path, because since you are a SQL coding person and as well as a Power Automate, Power BI person, if you chase a functional track, it will entirely deviate your career path. So you should just get into an area where you can just start embedding those use cases into that one. That is one of the thing you can just look into it, I would say, rather than choosing an entire functional career path with your 10 years of experience, so that it doesn't start from scratch.
Thank you so much. I think you have given some clarity, and I will definitely work towards it. Thank you.
Yeah, the reason is like, now Snowflakes and other things, these are the embedded technology which is coming directly into SAP for this digital data lake topics. So you can at least SAP analyticals as well, you can think through. It will not
Okay,
change
sure.
your career path. You need to choose that one, yeah. So just start looking into that kind of model. That would be my first recommendation for you guys.
Sure, sure. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Jayashree, once again for raising a question. Now, if I think anyone don't have any questions, so I'll continue with something related to German topic. I want to ask you what actually motivated you to move to Germany.
I would say it's not even motivation, I would say. It's my career which lifted me up. So when I started moving, as I said, from a core industry to an, let's say, IT career path, I joined in Accenture. My global career program initiated this one to move to as part of the client requirement. Basically, I can say during my project implementation, there was a requirement arose that I need to be in onshore for delivering the programs. So that's the core reason somehow it elevated my first career path into an European sector. Yeah. So it's due to an implementation since I've been focused on implementations and every topics, and I've been leading some kind of designs on those areas. So I've been called off into the area. So that's how I landed. Initially, well, first my landing was in not in Germany, but it was in Sweden. So from there, I started for my second career movement as part of the client deliverables. I need to land in Germany, and still my career path is continuing in that one. So I would say it was chosen automatically with that one. So rather than I voluntarily offered for it, that's my career path. I don't want to call it up for others, but at least that's how I landed, and I am been continuing in that areas.
Okay, so it's like
From
a
my
you're
personal,
like a
it's my personal journey perspective I'm talking about, not from. It's not my offer where there directly I applied over there. So it's via my global career program I started moving back from India into Europe.
okay, so you're like more chosen one, not like you chosen it, the career chosen you.
Career chosen me to come back to. So that's
Okay.
what I said. The experience speaks, and the way what you work upon. So the resources, sometimes resources will be automatically identified to pick the
Mm-hmm.
journey back. That's the way I learn.
Okay.
It's my personal career growth I'm talking about. I don't want to call it out at all. But now, for the persons who are trying to really move back, what my personal recommendation for that would be is do your groundwork before taking the decisions, because nowadays people are coming in opportunity cards, and people are trying to look forward to take a strong decision directly by running their jobs outside and thinking that okay, directly we can move in, we can get our job through an opportunity card. I don't recommend that. Please do your first homework. Start applying from your India itself for the job market they are looking for, because then you will understand what's your skill set, what is things you are getting lagged on, because you will get a rejections. Don't get disappointed. It need to be keep on pushed upon. It's not the people say that it's a huge market, yes, but here you know that, right? So for persons who is applying from there, you need to have your German skill sets, language skill sets, and everything. Who are applying fresh, not in an experienced way. Yeah, but at least for experienced people, if there is a skill set demand exactly matching, there you can directly get offered also from India. So my recommendation to the upcoming people is do your homework properly for what job you are trying to apply. Be constructive and be open, and you should be really, they would say, don't give any false content in your resumes. If you don't know some areas, don't comment on it, saying that we know the technology aspect. So just look into the corresponding roles against your skill set, which is matching. Start applying for that. That would be my one of my best recommendation to the upcoming people.
Okay. Thank you for suggestion. But as I'm also from an opportunity card person, and I have seen the people, some have a very good experience in SAP domain. Mostly they had a 10 years of experience, but even though when they apply, they're just getting rejection. And mostly when we are applying in the LinkedIn platform, if we apply today and midnight, we are getting a rejections. Can you please suggest us why this happening and how we can overcome those situations?
As I said, right? So nowadays it's not HR who is doing your resume review. Yeah, it's a tool which does that review. As you said, exactly, your skill set with the experience has to match to the job requirements. Exactly. Okay. So your profiles has to be adjusted accordingly before you apply. And if you have the right skill set, apply. If not, during the interview processes, you will be also, you will pass through the first level, but that second level cannot be cleared off because technical evaluations will be performed against those things, right? So the rejections are not due to your skill set directly if you are applying. It is not matching the experience levels, the skill set, what exactly is being looked forward for that. That may be a major reason. Did you guys did, let's say, Monica, I'll request you whether did you perform this activity properly? That is a action I will be also putting across for you. Did you apply for the right roles? What you are applying in that one, rather than applying for all roles? That will be also a huge rejections coming up. Yeah, that's only
Yeah.
that I want to bring it.
I have a different like I'm a fresher. I don't have that much of experience to show also. But I see one of my friend, he have around of 10 years of experience and he have a B2 German skills. But he's seeing a lot of rejection miss every day, even though he apply exactly. And I also want to mention and ask that, is it really mandatory in current market that we have to customize our resumes for every job application we are applying?
That's what it is, right? That's why we are putting RRD. Yeah? So for roles requirement descriptions, it has been clearly
Mm-hmm,
mentioned. Each roles, whatever it has been getting created, it will be need to be matched against to the roles. So
mm-hmm,
why people are looking for a resource? Because in the company they don't have a skill set, and they are looking for a resource outside the market with the required experiences, with the required skill sets. If it is not matching, definitely the profiles will be scrutinized into that level. So that's the core reason. And obviously, yes, each profile has to be adjusted for each roles.
Mm-hmm.
But again, your skill set has to be also matched.
Right, okay. And what about the German language skills? As people are like a B1 or B2 German skills, but when they receive a call, they're expecting a C1 or a C2. It's like almost a native German speaking. Is it fair to us right now?
Again, there are two ways to that, right? What do you look at? Uh, Business language skill set, if you are going into a presentation mode and everywhere, there definitely they are looking at C1, C2 level. For a very high experienced people who are they need to present it in front of a German client, and there definitely they will be looking at that level. But for mid senior level, I don't think so. C1 at the level during interview processes, they won't be looking at that level. But our people who are also in B1, B2 certified, they are also cannot communicate in German. There are people have hold the certification, as I said in the first term itself, right? Holding a certification doesn't reflect the reality in a lot of people as well, right? So it's not common for all, but I'm quoting it across in such a way that okay, they expect during the interview also they speak in German. So that type of things will appear. And if people wanted to communicate in German, it's fine. But if it is not being catched there, then it gets into a rejection. Again, if it getting passed, again, as I said, first thing is clearing the first round of interview, or let's say getting the interview itself matters a lot. Yeah. So for that, your profile has to really match to the profile what it has been requested.
Okay. I mean, the German question is about me because I'm from civil engineering domain. And when I'm applying and when I see at least a job description in LinkedIn, I see the C1. I immediately like there will be at least a 10 out. At least there are 2 out of a 10 application asking C1 and remaining asking about B2. I was like, what can you suggest me like how can I overcome this language barrier?
No, it is not only language barrier aspect. So maybe since you are a fresher, that is also a kind of a rejection. Your experience can be a skill set issue. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not only the language criteria which is making you a rejection. As I said, skill set with the experience is also can be a reason where it is not selecting your profile to go through. That's what I'm saying. It cannot be a language. Don't construct yourself saying that, okay, and don't lose the hope. I would say like that in that way. Start applying continuously. Yeah, one or the other topics should pick it up for your freshers. I would say in a fresher stage. Most
Okay.
rejections can be due to the fresher state, not only for because of language.
Okay,
That
then I want to ask a question as a fresher. With, if anyone don't recruit me, then how can I get experience? As I'm just at 24 years old, I completed a BTech. I just took a 1 year gap and I pursued my masters. Then I don't have any. Then
no,
how
as
can
I
I
said, again, as I said, it's not
just?
what I'm saying. You should not lose hope. That's a statement I'm repeating it a number of times. 10 rejections should not make you fail, right? So you
Yes,
need
yes, yes.
in the crowd of people, if it's only you applied for 10 jobs and you get a 10 rejection, people are there who applied for 500 applications, 300 applications. Yeah. So you should not get down. Yeah. So I have seen people applied here for more than 300, 400 applications and people has been selected as well. Yeah. So that's what I can openly say that for the
And
upcoming people. Yeah. So you
mm,
should play that.
then I would say like I apply. I almost applied 2,000 applications, and I get a one mail is that either German skills and or they'll say that you don't have enough experience. How can I bring experience when I was not recruited anywhere?
You are
And can
observing.
you please suggest me anything like if I
But
show
did you
any project?
modified your no? Again, I said you need to be also transparent. You should not make false projects or something which has not been done. Then you need to project to them what is the project is about, what you did. Yeah, so you cannot directly quote like I have did this project, but project evaluation also will be performed against the project what you delivered. Yeah, that's what you are putting in your profile. So you should be careful in that way as well.
I mean, not in the not a fake profile, but I have done some freelancing projects in India for the building plannings. And can I show it as a portfolio? Will that be helpful for me?
That's what that shows your experiences in the civil engineering part of it, right? Not in the as the profiles what it is being expected out of it. Right? That's it's called the industry experience. Then you need to correlate, come back your profile applications what you just applied. Each profile has to be adjusted, and your skill set also should refer. I will say repeat the same statement cycle by cycle. It's not only language criteria, your skill set matching to that profile with the right experience. I would say if we say 1 or 2 years as a basic profile, at least minimum 6 months to 1 year, a small project which has been done in that cycle, right? Directly, it's not like what expected, like you get out of a campus, you get into a campus interview and get the job done, get the job training done. It's not like in India. That's the difference between what you guys need to learn. Yeah, it's not a campus interview what it has been conducted, but there are some job fairs where you need to go and attend. That's the basic criteria you guys need to do. There are some job fairs people has attended through that as well and came as a trainee program. There are some theses which will be applied. So people who passed out. So you need to keep on looking out for those kind of opportunities as well, which is been getting conducted. You need to look for those opportunities as well. It's not only applying through LinkedIn or other profiles. You have a lot of things in Stepstone, Zinc. Hope you guys are aware of those things in German market. It's not only always LinkedIn is what you need to look at. You need to look in Stepstone, Zinc, those areas as well, who are looking for real German companies who are looking for some profiles as well. Start looking into other websites as well, what I just quoted in Stepstone and Zinc. At least there you will happen to see some profiles coming up for you guys. Hope that gives some more clarity on that, what you are asking for.
Okay. Okay. It's again about the question. From your experience, which industries in Germany are currently hiring international professions?
There are some markets in manufacturing, life sciences, if I call it like that. So high skill sets, I would say you look out for opportunities in manufacturing, life sciences, semiconductor industries, which is also looking for some skill sets properly. When I say manufacturing, not core automobile directly, you can call it out. It has also chemical industries. It also has biotechnology. There are some project opportunities which you can look into it. And
Okay.
like Siemens,
Yes, please.
Bosch, Zalando, a lot of companies who will look for English speaking roles as well.
Wow.
So,
Please note it down, participants, because it will be useful for you also.
yeah, start looking into companies where you need to purely looking at life science med devices. I would say medical equipment manufacturing devices companies. So life science is one of the key market you need to keenly looking at. Don't look only purely considering manufacturing. Yeah, look at semiconductor manufacturing industries who are leading in the industries. Start looking into that one. As I said, they will be also looking backward for some kind of industrial know-how also. That is one key aspect I want to put it across. Yeah.
Oh, in this way, can you please also give us a technology, current most in demand technology skills that we can show in our resumes?
No, that's what I'm saying. So right now, the most of the safest path what people are looking at is in the Python developers, and one more person also asked, right? So basically, the data areas also they are looking at, and the new GitLabs topics, then any new cloud platforms, cybersecurity, particularly in Kubernetes, Dockers, and that is where the areas, at least primarily, who are technically sound enough can look into it. But functionally, who are sound enough has to look into the area what I talked about. Any ERP who is there having their background, they can look into the ERP platforms. It can be Info or it can be any platform, SAP, Oracle. There are multiple backgrounds about it. So people who are well versed into those individual technologies has to look into their corresponding areas. That's what they need to look at.
As a civil engineer domain, only know about Oracle and SAP domains for now. Other domain, the other technology skills are like what? These skills are really there.
You have whoever knows Azure, they have also something called Dynamics 365, which is called, it is also an ERP product. People can look into that Dynamics as well. Yeah, so it's their core product, because the team who works in maybe like Jayshree who create in Power BI, Power Automate, they also have Dynamics 365 as their core solution, which even that has also uh, it's an ERP tool. Yeah, so that also has an ERP platform. People has to look into that as well
Okay.
to develop their additional
Thanks.
skills in their areas rather than looking only as a ERP only as an SAP. Yeah? That's one of the suggestion I wanted to keep it. Rather than learning a new technology, because SAP also requires some industry background. I always suggest people, but yeah, still freshers hiring will be little lesser because SAP requires really some core knowledge, core skill sets, and a little bit of experiences.
Okay. Can you please also tell us what type of mindset actually can survive in the current German market and also can grow to your level? With what type of mindset we need to adopt?
So when you say, could you please explicitly call it out, like what sort of mindset in the terms of which area? So basically, as I said, cultural adoption and new ways of communications and required skill sets mapping, language criteria. Yeah. So wherever the process lagging is there in the German market, people has to work on their weakness strength and what are market strength, which is being looked upon, and they need to get equipped on that. That's one of the criteria whoever come and landed over here has to look upon. And first thing is look at the core area where they are skilled enough. Start applying only for that with a focused, purely focused on those areas rather than applying in the vast areas in a constructive way. That would be one kind of suggestion I would provide at this stage.
Okay. In the starting, you mentioned that networking is very important and it plays a very key role in the job hunting. Can you please give us some strategies of networking in the LinkedIn mostly? How we
Easy.
can adopt?
Well, you guys need to adapt, right? So companies in Germany recruit through an internal references as well. Internal references makes more impact rather than applying from outside. So internal trust also matters. So that's why I said people who knows in their network, join with the people and start aligning with them and ask the required questions, get their mentorship, then start applying as well. Get their through their references networks as well. That gives a little bit of more value adds for the profiles as well. Inbuilt can also work. That's why I said it's called networking. Networking requires your skill set experiences matching as well. Yeah, I think
Yes. Thank you so much. I think there are so many career questions I asked. So now I want to ask about the German question. I mean, can you give a suggestion for the people who are currently moving to Germany? Type of culture adoption is better for what type of culture differences we will face, and it's better to adopt to this type of culture.
First thing foremost, yeah. So before people think of migrating, as I said, do your proper homework for which industries they wanted to focus. And before coming here, just learn about what are the culture awareness you need to get prepared as a homework. Languages, basic level at least completed there itself before coming over here. It can, before, if I say in opportunity card, try to complete your language skill sets in India itself before coming here. So that's a primary most aspect. And when you land in Europe, first thing foremost, right, you should change your mindset in such a way that, okay, start saying what you know and what you don't know, right? And your yes and no should reflect not like this. You should know what is yes means yes, no means no. Yeah, you should be direct. Yeah, that's the way you need to start talking. So it's called direct way of communication, which is the first cultural change which you need to learn. You should be a little bit of direct over here. That's the way you need to get first thing adopted in the cultural adoption. First of all, you should start saying yes and no straight away. What do you know, what do you don't. So you should be very clear in your communication. So these are the primary aspects, at least you need to change before getting into Germany. As I said, always do your homework before coming over here. So that just nowadays, yeah, I wanted to bring it to your notice. A lot of people will say with false hope that there are some consultants who is also supporting. But just my recommendation is please do the homework rather than right now opportunity cards and all you guys can directly apply. You don't need to go through any consultants. So you have your German council websites and everything. Please start looking into that. All guys are equipped into your portfolio. Use your AI technology to learn about that one. So that will give you all kind of requirements, I would say, what market is looking for. That sort of homework every people has to do. So that would be one of my primary recommendation for the people who wants to plan to come to Germany, considering the market situation and the economy, geothermal, political level things onto the top, which is getting added up now. So please be careful before you choose your path, career path, what you are doing. Yeah, I think there
Okay.
is getting raised by Chris.
Yeah. You can please ask Krish.
Hi, thank you for letting me ask the question. So right now I'm sort of a fresher in the German market, and it's that once you get the interview, there's this topic of salary that comes up. And I want to know how you do your homework in finding out a rough good salary for tech job in Germany. Because I've seen websites like Stepstone and Indeed suggesting something, but at the same time, when I talk to my friends, they have gotten different amounts or different salaries as to what the online thing says. So what is the best way to do the homework for this? You don't want to tell too high a salary because then they might be like he's looking for money and they might not take you. But at the same time, you don't want to tell it too low also. So how do you do this homework?
Yeah, Chris, again, the salary negotiation topics is a huge task, right? So
Yeah.
always it matters against your experiences along with the market demand. Yeah. So now initially you know that, right? So during in Germany last 2 years before you had there is a minimum wages which has to be adopted into for the blue card holders who wants to get into the job. So that criteria is also a little bit coming down. The packages which was really hard fixed, it is also having a more flexibility because more resources are coming in and this kind of renegotiations has been kickstarted. So it will definitely vary to people. Again, it will vary company to company. Yeah, it's not a fixed one. You can have a range, but it will be fixed depending on the people whom you are handling it, Chris. To answer your question, your friend, what you quoted, maybe it cannot match to your expectations. What your company is asking for, that's the core reason, basically. So you don't have a fixed bandwidth on that. It deviates in a range. Always, it's a range. You need to fix it in that range only. What other platforms are providing?
And is there any good way to find out what this range should be? Like, how to find out the number. I mean, let's say if I'm a fresher and I'm trying to look at a range, whether I should think of between 4,000 to 6,000 per month or something, or 2,000 to 3,000 per month or something like that. Like, is there a good way to research on that range?
No, that's what I'm saying. So, typically an experienced range of 10 to, if I say 10 years old, also will get around 4K around, right? So that differs. It's 4K. I fall when you say netto or brutto, what you are talking about. So I cannot able to communicate on that, but at least the range what you quoted itself is little high for a fresher. What you just mentioned, right? So this cannot be at that falling under that range.
Okay.
Yeah. So that cannot be that range. Definitely no.
Okay. So then just lastly, I wanted to ask them, could you like give a rough breakdown? What would someone expect as a fresher, a medium, maybe 10 years experience, 20 years experience, and 30 years? A very rough general breakdown.
No, that again, I said, like, it's depending on the market skill set, which skill set you are looking for. In the domain exactly to the market demand. It will keep on fluctuating. I cannot directly say this is the range you should fix yourself. Whatever the market tool comes in, it keep on getting varied. Again, it's depending on the company's need as well on that time. It can go a little bit very higher. It can be a little bit very lower as well. That's why I said I don't want to give a buffer range onto that. So whatever the market tool you mentioned, it is providing a range. Please try to keep it in that bucket. That provides the right range, I would say, like that.
Okay. Thank you.
No, the reason is there is no hard code fixed range on that, Chris. That's why I want to do. It's a political way of. It's not I'm answering in that way, but be careful in quoting higher amount also. That would be my recommendation, because if you are quoting very high, people will say that okay, your experience skill set doesn't matter. It's a voice over what you wanted to keep it for the salary range. So that doesn't fit your requirement. Let's say their expectation. It's both way.
Okay. Thank you so much, Senthil, for your answer. It's helpful.
Yeah. But just be careful in quoting your range. Yeah. So that is also one statement I wanted to keep it. Don't quote higher.
Okay. That was what I was afraid of doing, and then that's why I asked.
Yeah, don't quote higher comparing your friends what he got also. So that will not match you directly. That phase of the program what he might have crossed that time it may be a high skill set that may be required. By this time that skill set have been fulfilled by n number of people, automatically then it get reduced to a lower range. So how it starts, I will tell you. You will have 2 to 3 ranges in each salary range of people. Okay, and with the levels. So the higher range can be the beginner level for the next set of I would say designation kind of people. That's how here system works. In any system works in any part of the world. Yeah. So you need to be careful in the bracket communicating what you are asking for.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's go on.
Thank you so much, Krish, for the question. I would like to ask the participants if anyone have any questions, please raise hand, as this is the last opportunity you will get to ask him. Okay then. So now let's start with the rapid fire round, the final round. I will ask you questions like you have to pick one, and if you are okay, you can give the explanation also.
Yeah.
Okay. Then let's start with Germany or India for higher education.
So again, I would say again for the market demand, higher education always education wise for you here, you know that, right? So here the education system goes with 2 rounds of things. In India it's different. Here you apply for public university and private university, which is the career path you wanted to choose. That matters a lot. If you choose in public university, yeah, so your career path journey will be different because you have long association with a lot of companies. People will look for public universities most rather than a private university. So in that aspect, private university in India has a different opinion because they have a tie-up with a lot of companies. So you get a placement offers, lot of things. So that kind of differentiation people should have known well in advance, or they have to do this pre-work before choosing their education career path, whether in Germany or in India. Yeah, so that would be a diplomatic answer which I wanted to quote it across for this one.
But
Because
you have
public,
to give us a one place.
yeah,
If
yeah,
it is like a one thing, then you
yeah, I would, as I said, directly if I say, I answered it very clearly. Yeah, right. So it's a public university. I would recommend that you can take it in
are
Germany.
German.
Yeah, if it is a
Okay.
private university, I would recommend to put it in India.
Okay. Okay. The next one is German language, essential or optional for career growth?
Uh, Definitely, it is mandatory for your career growth if you wanted to elevate
Okay.
up. Yeah.
Okay. LinkedIn or traditional job portals?
LinkedIn and also traditional what I quoted earlier, like
Oh,
Stepstone
okay.
thing. Yeah.
Okay. Internship or direct full-time job for the
Internship,
freshers?
internship.
And can you suggest in like how we can secure the internship or in German market for these students?
Internship during your master thesis itself, I think you will start applying for that, right? So basically, during that time itself, try to ensure that post that one you get that internship aligned with that project managers and everything. During master thesis itself, sometimes you get a part-time job as well, right? In that one, so that continuity you need to try to bring it, actually make a impact so that they select you as an internship next time.
Okay, so this
That's
is
an
for students.
entry win criteria. I would always say that.
Okay, yeah, that's actually true because most of the companies are seeing if we have done any internship in previous also, right? For the freshers, it will be very great help.
Very definitely it is needed, I would say, because then there you learned about industry, there you learned
Mhm.
about the processes, their ways of working. You know how you need to get adapted into the culturally. Everything it teaches you there. So I would recommend in that.
Okay, then I want to change one question. This question is for students, like working student profession or part time.
Part time.
Why not working student professions? Can you please?
Working student is only for the particular subject, right? So part time it will give you an opportunity of networking, as I said.
Uh, yes, but people are currently students mostly focusing part times on the McDonald's or in Amazon or any other platforms, right? They're not even doing part time something related to their studies or what would your suggestion for them?
That's what I said, right? So there are some part-time jobs which you need to look into your career path, things where you can become a kind of a freelancer work who is looking for a web development. If you are saying a data analyst, then you need to look for who is looking for data building structures and everything. So you should start looking into that one as well, rather than looking only for the part-time, which is looking outside. Just start looking for freelancing jobs which is looking for these kind of opportunities. So people are never looking at second aspect, which is called freelancing jobs, right? Here, freelancing jobs are required for skill sets. If you have a skill set, you can be also parked as a trainee there. That would be my recommendation. It doesn't need to choose only the career path of other areas, sectors where you cannot showcase your skill set, what you learned.
Yes, even as a freelancer from India, I would also recommend people to do some freelancing work, which can be helpful to create a portfolios. As I'm from industry, it really helped me to make a portfolio for me.
It's not only that you will get a project, real-time project to work upon, and you can put your career path, what you have built in that project. So that's a user story you can create yourself, saying that, okay, this is the portfolio I handled, yeah, right? So rather than quoting that I did a part-time job which is not matching my skill set, that's the way I can refer back.
Yes. Okay, the next one is technical skills or communication skills, which matters more.
Technical skills.
Okay. One skill every student should learn before coming to Germany.
As I said, communication skills,
Mm, okay.
presentation,
Most,
communication and
sir,
presentation skills, I would say. Communication and
yes,
presentation both mixed.
yes, that's okay. Most in-demand technology skill in Germany today.
As I said, AI skills get with the industry
Okay.
know-how background.
Best city in Germany for job opportunities?
It's a strong question, but I would say early startup culture, Berlin to start.
Okay, yeah, as a capital of Germany.
Not only that,
And
we're now open for new skill sets and with
mm,
us, but to think through. Yeah, so basically, think tankers and everything has been kickstarting now opened up new markets, but you have other areas, right? It's a rapid round, so I would say optimal city
yeah.
for multiple cities. This is where you will look forward, but you need to also one thing you guys need to be very careful, right? So basically, German cities are made only purely in the Klein and Untermann. So like, so it's a small based company firms and everything. So you need to focus which city you are being there, concentrate on those industry sectors as well. So rather than just focusing city specific, look at the skill set specific. I will always refer back is skill set, not the industry, along with the industry specific. Yeah? Not the city specific, I call it as. Because Germany, across Germany, they need skill set. It's not only the
Uh,
city they are looking for that. That's why I'm saying. It's
okay. One habit from Germany work culture Indians should adopt.
sorry, could you please repeat the same question?
Okay, I'm so sorry. One habit from German work culture Indians should adopt.
Time punctuality.
Yeah,
3 minutes
most of the
before the
Indians
meeting.
like this.
3 minutes or 5 minutes before the meeting, not 5 minutes later than the meeting. Yeah?
Yes, yes. And one mistake international students make in Germany.
International students making the most mistakes. What I have at least visualized from other people, like the people not coming up with the right skill sets. Yeah, so
Mm,
right skill sets.
okay. University ranking or practical skills? What matters more for jobs?
Practical skills.
Yes, yes. Okay. SAP consulting or software development? Better career path.
As I said, uh, SAP is one of the ERP platform. You always should understand, right? So it's a platform oriented thing. What I always refer. SAP is part of the platform. You guys need to understand.
Okay.
Is a part of a platform. So platform matters a lot.
Okay. Okay. Work-life balance in Germany, myth or reality?
It's a very tough question, I would say like that. It's depending on the skill set and the experience. It's a
Oh,
myth. Yeah, I would say like that. It's a myth.
okay, it's a myth. So there is some companies we can't see the work-life balance.
Yeah. So work-life balance matches. Definitely work-life balance, we have it. But only thing is, again, it's depending on the project demand. Sometimes it has to be extended. But working hours is fixed.
Okay. So this is only for you. Germany or India? Which one you really want prefer living?
Always mother country is for everybody. So I prefer India.
Okay. So your retirement plan here or in India?
Always my retirement is in India.
Okay. So that's how the rapid fire is done. Thank you so much. And I would like to ask again for the participants, if you have any questions, please raise your hand and ask now. I think you won't get the opportunity to ask him or any questions, something, please ask. Yeah. Thank you, Krish, for raising hand.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity to. As the rapid fire was, it's just another question where would you think which is more important? It's an online LinkedIn profile or something, or actually networking personally through people? Do people actually check LinkedIn profiles nowadays in Germany?
No,
Or
as I said to you guys, right? Please reach out to required people. You have multiple platforms. So Stepstone, Zinc, don't only rely on LinkedIn. Yeah. So LinkedIn is your professional network. Get your professionals enabled, get their mentorship, even connect with them to look for internal opportunities. This gives you guys more opportunity to get their visibility, what they are looking in the market. So this provides you a platform to learn about people. Yeah. But typically start networking. Most important. You need to keep on networking. Here, networking works a lot.
thank you so much.
Thank you, Krish, for the question. I think no one have any questions to raise. So let's wrap up this section. Thank you so much, Mr. JP, for taking your busy time for in your busy schedules. And I would also like to thank Mr. Ramkrishna for always arranging this type of events for us to gather information from a senior persons like you.
Yeah,
Mr.
that's
Ramkrishna, yes,
yeah.
please.
Yeah, go on. Really, it's
Uh,
been a pleasure for me as well to bring this kind of awareness to the people. So this is a good initiation which Ramakrishna has initiated, and this being your first kind of things. I would also recommend that we have a lot of colleagues in multiple sectors. We can also bring in the upcoming sessions, which I can also recommend Ramakrishna to do that. In case needed, I can also help some real experts in each domain who we can bring in as a participants going forward to get this kind of sessions up and running from each sector. Let's say from data engineering, from cyber security, who are specifically looking for kind of guidance in those sectors. Definitely, we can bring in the right expertise in this kind of connects. But again, I said networking matters a lot. Please start networking. And Ramakrishna is doing it as a first preliminary activity. I can see that. But let's see. Okay. Ramakrishna,
yeah.
what do you? Anything to add up or that? If not,
Yes.
I don't have much to add except that I have listened to it and I'm really happy that this session was very useful. And thanks to JP for spending time with our community members, and also Krishna for coming up with very interesting questions and rapid fire and everything, and making things more interesting and lively throughout. Like you said, we are both with the help of you and as well as more people. We would like to bring in people from other sectors who are also in working at senior positions in different industry sectors. Eventually, we want to make it more accessible for Indians because we have the huge population who comes here for masters higher studies is like Indians. But it'll be very good if we can network and then learn from Indians who have made it here, which can save a lot of time, and also people can make better plans when they spend the time during their higher studies. So that's the initial goal, and hopefully we'll have at least one guest every month, and we keep it running with help of the support from community.
definitely. Looking forward for this community contributions. Good initiation. I really liked it. So as I said, so I will also try to do my help in those aspects to bring the right expertise. Like today, one was been requested in GCP cloud or something like that. So we have data architects, we have cybersecurity people who are up and running in the leading world there. So we can bring their expertise and get their knowledges as well. Transition to our Indian folks over there. Okay. Looking forward for future sessions. Thank you, guys. Have a lovely, wonderful rest of the evening. Get back to you in the future sessions.
Thank you. Before end of the section, I would request every participant to please on your camera once so that we can take a screenshot, and we want to show in the group that how this event have been successful, and we also want others to next event so that next people can also take initiative in joining. Thank you for your switching on. Request Jayashree and Temur also please on your screens. I think he is not comfortable with it. Ramakrishna. Oh, thank you so much.
Okay, I'm taking one more screenshot.
Yeah.
Just for a second. Okay, done.
Yeah, it's thank you so much for joining and thank you so much for switching on. So, yeah, have a nice evening and a nice week and a nice future ahead. Please don't lose hope. Apply, you will get somewhere.
Definitely. So, Monica, to you as well, especially, some more time. Yeah, but again,
Yeah.
each time, each profile has to be changed according to the skill
Oh,
set.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, 2000
Yeah,
times means
sure.
2000 times changed. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Bye.
Bye. Good evening.